Hey guys, welcome back to Night Owl Yoga, the channel where I film yoga classes for you in my living room after my son has gone to sleep. Tonight we're doing hips, hamstrings with a little inner thighs thrown in there. We'll start off with some breathing meditation and then we'll get to it. Begin here in a comfortable seat. Really whatever position you prefer to sit on here on the ground is fine. Get your back nice and tall. Lift your ribs up enough that it feels like there's a little more space in here for your lungs to move. Allow your arms to rest anywhere they're comfortable. And then wherever you're at in your breath, exhale everything out. And take a slow, deep inhale through your nose. Take a long, slow exhale out of your nose. And we keep that going. Inhale through the nose, feel your ribs expand. Exhale, draw your low belly in towards your spine. Inhale, fill it up from the bottom of your lungs to the top. Exhale, squeeze low belly in, squeeze side bodies in, even hug the sides of your back in towards your midline. Okay. 2 more, inhale, fill up your whole torso. Slow and smooth, exhale. Final time, inhale, feel the bottom of your lungs first, finish in the chest. Exhale, let your whole body relax. If you closed your eyes, you can blink them open. And we'll come here into a tabletop position. All right, and then before we even get into the pose, I want you to stay with that slow, audible breath in and out of your nose. Okay, the pose is gate opener, so extend your right leg off to the side. All right, we'll come down to the elbows. And swaying in rhythm with that breath, sway your hips forward and backward. And just feel for flossing into your inner thigh. Relax your right glute. And then press your foot into the ground over there so that it feels a little stickier on the floor. Okay, let's pick a spot. Hold still for a moment. Exhale, press down into your foot. And inhale, come back up to your hands. Other side, so extend your left leg off to the left. And down to the elbows. Reconnect to audible breath. And sway your hips forward and backwards. And same things I said on the first side. Relax your left glute. Of course, relax your left inner thigh. And consciously press your left foot into the ground until it feels a little stickier where it's planted. Yeah, I'll pick a spot to hold still. Add a little more body weight into left inner thigh. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, get a little heavier into your hip. Inhale, come back to your hands. Exhale, downward facing dog. So set your hands up towards the front of your mat, feet towards the back.
Send hips really high up and away from your hands. And start with movement again first. Bend your knees back and forth. Same time, both knees at once. Each time the knees bend, feel for extending your lower back. Also, feel for extending your arms way up over your head. And walk your hands backwards to your feet. And then ragdoll pose. So have feet about hip width apart. Put a generous bend in your knees. Bend the knees enough that your lower back gets longer. And then just let your arms drape on the ground. Like back of the hands on the ground by the feet. Relax your neck. Let your head hang totally heavy. And then sway your legs from side to side. Relax your whole spine so that it swings like a rope. Maybe bend your knees just a touch more. Feel how that opens a little more length in the low back. And then if you can maintain that low back length, then start to re-straighten your knees. Let's get one last stretch for the neck. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Just give it a little pull. Oof. Curious if the mic picked up that pop. Yeah, separate your feet about as wide as your mat. And then squat down. So low as it'll go. Heels towards the heels. Hips towards the heels. Yeah, lift your toes up off of the mat. If you can. It can take a little while to build up that toe flexibility. Place your elbows on your inner thighs. And send your chest towards your thumbs. Feel your upper back lift. And bring your awareness to your stomach. Take a deep inhale, let your stomach expand. And exhale, hug belly in towards spine. Just get that one more. Inhale, let belly expand. Exhale, belly hugs in, squeeze knees into elbows. And lengthen your neck away from your shoulders. Okay, hands to the ground. Pop back up into that forward fold. And you can give it one little tug there. Okay. Step back up and down dog. So hands towards the front of the mat, feet towards the back. Okay. Right, then step your left foot forward in between your hands. Sit your right knee down on the ground. Okay. Walk your hands off slightly to the right. And we're just going to move. Start by going side to side a little bit. You can also sway forward and backward slightly. And then let your body weight just gently begin to fall into your right hip flexor. Okay, come back through the middle. So I'm squared up with this edge of my yoga mat, front edge. Hands on your knee. Inhale, lengthen your spine away from your hips. And exhale, send your hip forward and towards the ground. Inhale, lift your ribs, relax your shoulders. And one more time. Exhale, send your hip forward and towards the ground. Okay, hands to the mat. Half split, send the hips backwards. Okay, peel your toes up off of the ground. And then just begin to fold your chest over this front leg. And widen out your shoulders so that your neck has some more space. Breathe deep enough that you feel it all the way in your lower back. Slowly but surely, left hamstring begins to lengthen. Yeah. You got to stay present enough in your body that you can feel all those micro releases. Walk your hands around to the other end of your yoga mat. Yeah, we're doing the same thing on this side. Okay. Set your left knee on the mat. Walk your hands off to the left slightly. And begin to sway your hips forward and backwards. Okay. Feel for lengthening out your core. Get your front bottom ribs as far away from your pubic bone as they'll go. And of course, breathe into it. Let's square up with the new front of your yoga mat. And bring your hands up to your knees. Nice tall posture. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, lift your sternum. Exhale, send left hip forward and towards the ground. Pay attention to your left foot. Press that actively into the floor. Inhale, lift collarbones. Exhale, draw low belly towards spine. Send left hip lower. Doesn't literally have to move, but feel like we're sending it that way. And half split. Okay. Hands to your yoga mat. Send your hips backwards. Allow right hamstring to lengthen. And then send your chest towards the ground. Relax the back of your neck. And take a deep audible inhale through your nose. Feel low back expand. Exhale, let your chest melt lower. Inhale into low back again. And exhale, send your right hip towards the back of the yoga mat. Walk your hands to your left. Back up to a wide leg forward fold. Okay. So I do like the toes a little bit more narrow than the heels. I'm slightly pigeon-footed. Spread out the toes as wide as they'll go. Lean a lot of weight into your toes. And breath by breath, we're sending the head towards the ground and send your chest in between your knees. Press firmly down through the big toe sides of both feet. Feel for rotating your sit bones up towards the ceiling. Deep inhale. Exhale, draw low belly in. Feel for contracting inner thighs. Yeah, stay for one more. Inhale, inflate your whole torso. Exhale, strong arms. Draw belly in, strong core. Inhale, lift up halfway. And exhale, come on down to your yoga mat. Okay. All right, sleeping pose. So, spin around here onto your stomach. Okay. Take your right knee, slide it in towards your right armpit, so this thigh bone's about 90 degrees away from the spine. I'm gonna stay up on my elbows, mainly so I don't crush the microphone. You could stay up on elbows with me, or if it would be more comfortable, you can just lay down on the mat right here. You know, maybe this is gonna work. I'll stay right here. Let your body relax into the mat. Each time that you exhale, just feel like all the pressure in your body gets released. Feel space opening up in your lower back, yeah?
Visualize your low back expanding like a sponge filling with water. Soften both of your hips, right and left. I'll go ahead and switch your legs. And also switch the direction your head is looking. I've got my chest lifted slightly, again, so I don't crush the microphone. For you, just let your chest get completely flat on the ground. Relax your arms, relax your legs. Feel your low back expanding like a sponge getting sprayed with fresh water. Relax both of your hips. Front of the left hip, front of the right hip. Yeah. Extend your left leg back behind you. Hands beneath your chest. Lift up your spine. Let's linger for a moment. Go hip side to side. Yeah. Still working out the front of hip flexors. Also feel the core lengthen. And set yourself up in a seat. Whatever position for your legs is fine. We're just gonna get one final breath in together, just sealing the practice. Wherever you're at in your breath, exhale everything out. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Expand your whole torso. And slower the better. Rinse everything out of your mouth. And fill that space back up. And thank you guys so much. Another episode of Night Owl Yoga in the books. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch y'all in the next one.